Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CyHawkThoughts. My name's Chuck Utek. As always, my partner in crime, Steve Myers. How's it going today?
Well, besides the little bit of a cold I've had throughout the week, not too bad, Chuck.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that just means you're going to be doing a lot of the talking today, which means most people out there are going to be happy.
Are you ready for that? Are you? I don't know.
I was playing with
Hawk fans probably aren't ready for that.
Play with my basketball because the season is now underway.
Yeah.
Practice has started. I'm excited. So, yes, go basketball.
I stay up till 2 in the morning for Midnight Madness just for fun. I don't.
Why not?
Yeah,
it's been a year.
Great. Absolutely.
And, we might as well just really enjoy college basketball. The NBA's not going to be around anymore, so why not enjoy it? We're
in Des Moines, so yeah, we've got the Iowa Energy. We got some great college basketball that's going to be on this year. Why not?
One of the few states in the nation that can provide 4 Division I basketball teams, if I'm correct. I mean, there's others, but I don't think we're by any means on the short end of the stick there, having 4 in the state.
When you're talking a state of 3 million people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
well, you check out states that are a little bit bigger, in size. Let's take Missouri.
Let's take Missouri. You've got St. Louis. You've got Missouri,
Southern,
or Missouri State. I don't know if
Kansas City, Missouri.
I don't know.
I don't know if
they might be NAIA. You find that out there, and you let us know. No, Minnesota. Who's outside of Minnesota?
Yeah, because Bemidji State's not.
No, only in hockey are they Division I.
Yes, so
Wisconsin's got a couple of those Wisconsin type schools. Wisconsin Green Bay, Wisconsin Milwaukee. I don't know about Stevens Point. Marquette, so they're pretty close, but that's Wisconsin. They've got a
lot of people.
But
I mean, look at the 2 M's above us and below us. I think we've got them beat, and we're 3 million. Can you believe we're started out just talking about how great our state is for basketball?
Exactly, high school level. It is fantastic. We could talk wrestling too, and we could probably do that all night.
I think you could probably consider Iowa one of the best states in the entire nation in wrestling, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Iowa got a big commitment yesterday. They got a
heavyweight,
No, lightweight.
Oh, it was lightweight.
Yep, they got the 2 lightweights covered probably for next 4 years.
Good for you guys. Some more championships for the Hawks.
Hey, that sounds good. So what should we talk about today? Do we want to talk too much about last week? Last week was good and bad.
Well, you didn't.
Iowa showed up. Missouri showed more than we both thought they were going to show. I don't know. I haven't seen that Missouri team all year.
I hate Missouri.
I still hate them myself. Columbia yesterday. I don't know if you know this. Yesterday,
about this.
Missouri Day, where kids were off school to celebrate achievements by people from Missouri. Why don't we take a second to think about all the achievements from Missouri people?
Let's see, there was
the Missouri Compromise.
And then there was
mullets.
And then there was about all we can come up with. They're just jealous they weren't the first to get into hillbilly hand fishing.
Yeah.
They're just they're ticked off because of no hillbilly hand fishing. That belongs to Arkansas.
Yeah. Hillbilly hand fishing's a Friday night on a gravel road, I think.
So they showed up. We didn't, and Chuck is on a roll already.
Look out!
So, we can talk about the Clones here in a bit. Congratulations goes out to Iowa for knocking off Northwestern.
Oh, it's about time.
The team that always trips you guys up.
Northwestern
did not trip you up.
No, it's great.
A game of runs, I heard.
It was a game of runs. A game of 17s. 17-0. Then it was 17-all. Then it was 34-17.
And then it was 34.
Then it ended up being 41-31.
41-31.
So Dan Persa, he's pretty good. He made a couple mistakes that probably cost him a shot to be back in the game, but hey, we'll take it. It's a big win. It's a confidence builder. The team's still getting their feet
that's good.
On the ground.
Now, I didn't watch the game. I heard that he took out Persa on like a 3rd and 5, which was a pretty crucial play at one point in time. brought in maybe another quarterback to do something. Did you watch the game?
That's one of those things. I actually, that's a great point you make there. I announced roller derby also and was busy announcing, but thank goodness to our friend John Miller. He was tweeting me score updates during the game, so I can
thanks, John.
Yeah, appreciate that very much, Hawkeye Nation. Keeping CyHawkThoughts going there. And so I had to watch the game when I got home and checking it out. I think it was just one of those things where Pat Fitzgerald, I think, he was like the kid that had the big secret and he was going to bust out the secret and he couldn't wait and he busted it out the wrong time. Give some other circumstance or maybe a little later.
Tried to take a step forward, ended up taking 2 steps back.
Yeah, just that one of those things you probably should have held on a little bit or overthought the situation.
Well, regardless of how it was a win, it was a win, it was a good win.
Yes, and Indiana comes to town now for homecoming.
You guys are on your way to 7 wins, 6-7 wins. I mean, very possibly.
Poised in the next 2 weeks to hopefully get bowl eligible, and then we'll worry about the rest of the schedule. Because the rest of the schedule, save Purdue, which at Purdue is never a gimme. But
they've shown up for some games, and then other games just have not shown up
they're
at
still
all.
hanging out in West Lafayette.
They're just like hanging on. I don't get them. Opposite for Iowa State. I was watching on the Clone Zone. It was a good thing Fox Sports didn't put it on TV.
I don't get it. There's fans that would watch. I don't get it.
Well, I'm happy they didn't because I didn't want too many people seeing that blowout.
Well, yeah. And
I just don't know. Our defense just looked like we couldn't stop anything, and Steele had the fumbles. He was Coker first game for Iowa. I mean, just couldn't keep onto the ball, and our linebackers do everything they can. Knott was hurt, still had a pick. Klein had the pick 6, and players of the game are linebackers, and I don't really have a whole bunch to say beyond that.
Unfortunately, that's what I heard a lot. I don't have Clone Zone. I didn't get to see the game. But, yeah, it was pretty much 3 guys running around doing everything, and there's a bunch of other guys that seemed to be lost as to what they were doing.
I'm sorry. I don't believe Missouri's wide receivers have that much more talent level than our defensive backs, and I don't think that our wide receivers are so much less of athletes than their defensive backs. But when they would run a route, there would be no one within 5 yards of their wide receivers all day long for a pretty, in my opinion, pathetic throwing quarterback. Just had all day, and he picked us apart. And Steele, excuse me, I told you I'd be coughing. Steele, he'd throw, and people all over our wide receivers. It's like, are we not running our routes right? Are we, I'm not a wide receiver, and I'm not a wide receiver coach, but if you're supposed to run 10 yards and then slant, hit that 10 yards marker and slant on a dime, get yourself open, and it just didn't look like we could.
So let me ask you this then. That's kind of a 2-part question.
No and no.
Okay.
But okay, go ahead.
Because I don't think Iowa State is out-talented. This is probably one of the more talented Iowa State teams in the last decade or so.
That's what we've been hearing.
Yeah, I would agree. I think they're pretty solid. I to watch a few games, obviously. The Iowa game, Connecticut game, some bits and pieces of others. I think they've got some talent there. And so I don't want to buy in that they're getting out-talented or out-talented at a huge level, especially by Missouri. I watched Texas game. I thought they were on a fairly even keel.
I did too.
But then the other side of that, though, is I really don't think these other coaches are outworking Paul Rhodes. I have a hard time understanding that. But then I don't see how it's just a little bit of each. I mean, where does that...
I'm starting to think that we may not be out talent-wise, but I don't think we're using our brains as players. It's almost like we're just getting
outside the linebackers. The linebackers are thinking.
Yeah, I mean, we're just lackadaisical, and mentally. I don't know what else it is because we have the athletes, we have the talent. I mean, we've seen what we can do when we really want to. I mean, we're just not putting a full game together. It's just stupid penalties. not being where we're supposed to be, both offensively at times and defensively at times. It's a work in progress. I hate saying that after so many years, but I need a mute button, so every time I cough, you can't hear me. I don't know what's going on.
Well, that's okay. So, as a Cubs fan, to throw a baseball spin to it, they have a great player, Starlin Castro. He's had a couple off moments this last season where one time he had his back to a pitch because he didn't realize what was going on. And I wonder if it's just kind of the thing where they know what they should be doing. They have the physical talent to do
I'm
it.
just going to send a bunch of Adderall Iowa State's way and focus their attention.
Go. Absolutely.
See how I got a plan for everything.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks.
Adderall.
Yeah. CyHawkThoughts.
How do you make a football team win?
Adderall.
Give them Adderall. Shiminy Christmas.
So, big games on Saturday. What time is Iowa State game?
Oh, great. 2:30 on ABC.
Okay. Which brings up a good point, because there was some consternation or uneasiness because at one point ABC WITV here in the central Iowa area was showing they're going to be doing the Nebraska game instead.
Might be a good thing. At least they're going to show Minnesota getting womped on.
This guy was upset. I'm like, come on. I want to watch the game.
Yeah, I still think Des Moines going to get Iowa State.
Yeah, it's Sioux City even also.
Yeah. So
that was just a mistake, but
look,
got a little nervous.
If we get blown out again, I can see that happening. I won't be too happy. Look, Clone fans, if these two things happen, we win the game. A, we have to score 35 points or more. B, we have to win the turnover margin by 3 or more.
A lot of pressure on Steele Jance then.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him, and a lot of pressure on our defense.
Corners.
I mean, turnover margin, 3 plus us, and 35 points scored, we win the game.
You heard it here. That's CyHawkThoughts. If you want to hear it again, you can always visit us at...
Or just move the cursor back.
Yeah.
We have rewind these days.
Yeah.
Except not mute.
No.
Unless you're Hawk fans trying to listen to us.
Then we probably are on mute. Then we look like we're mimes. So, I'll move forward. Iowa City, homecoming, Indiana game. Indiana should have beat Iowa last year, but Mr. Belcher pulled a Yancey Thigpen or Jackie Smith or whatever, name the drop pass guy that you want, and drop the pass. Hit him in the hands. It's a tough spot to hit a guy that's wide open in the end zone, but
I don't know how you could do it any worse. I mean, that was a horrible pass. It was horrible.
But Brett Greenwood was coming in, and Brett Greenwood, they had a big fundraiser for him the other night. Things are looking better, looking up. Our thoughts, obviously, with him and his family. Getting better. It's going to be strides. I hear he's in our neck of the woods right now rehabilitating, which is always a good thing.
Good.
So, anytime you're up by CyHawkThoughts studio, that's good.
Good stuff.
Good place to be. I think he's actually not far away.
In that light heart or that, there's some.
There's a couple rehab centers, but I don't know which one.
I know there's one, like pretty popular one here in Ankeny, but
yeah, and there's one a block from my house, but I haven't stalked it out to see if that's where he's at.
All right,
but
Brent Greenwood sighting coming your way.
I might check it out for next week and let you know.